There are crowds in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands, all the right authority, that they can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door, whether you rich or you poor. If you see a human talking, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm about to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-Omen, Omen Sensaya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it crime for all of us.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Flu Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk. Come on, go in deep and deeper. Put in thought to each kid. We are living since in hot.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bushra Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512 379, 0777 512 379, or 0777 255 030, or email us Mayoba, MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to the people of the 17 districts across Montserrado, and pleasant good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia. Welcome to another presentation of the print news right here on Freedom FM 87.9. This is your regular show that comes your way from 11 to 12:30 p.m. Wendell Nimna and Esther Daku presentation together with Radio LRB. We're here this morning to run you through. So I'd like to say a pleasant good morning to all of you watching and all of you listening. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of the program from the Print News. Good morning, Esther.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, folks. It's good to be back. Today is the Tuesday edition of the program, and I'm glad to be here.
All right, so that's it. Esther and we are here for now, hoping to join Gus and U-Turn to run you straight up to 12:30 this afternoon. So let's take some of the stories leading on the front page of the Front Page Africa. These are the stories we have. The heritage on the front page is in our studio this morning. Gus, you have to check your phone. Every time we send you the link and you always not getting the link, just don't know why. But I don't think I can handle that. So please check your phone. All right, so let's get to the front page story of the Front Page Africa newspaper. ATM machines inaccessible to people with disabilities. Samuel Dean, a right advocate, threatens to take legal action against the government of Liberia and the management of Guarantee Trust Bank Liberia. And this story is on page 6 of this paper. Page 6 has the story. And so let's get to page 6 to run a few lines of that story there for you. All right, I'm trying to get to page 6. All right, I'm there. Liberian advocate for persons with disabilities, PWDs, and the promotion and protection of human rights, Samuel Dean, has threatened to take legal action against the government of Liberia and the management of the Guarantee Trust Bank Liberia Limited. He alleges that they have failed to improve the well-being of disabled persons in the country and provide easy access and loan opportunities. Mr. Dean, who is also a representative aspirant for District Number 8 in Montserrado County, expressed his concerns during a press conference in Monrovia on July 3, confined to a wheelchair for life. He revealed that he and several other disabled individuals have faced challenging and detrimental situations due to the alleged actions of GT Bank and the government in action. The incident that triggered his complaint against the GT Bank occurred a few years ago when his ATM card got stuck in the machine. A security guard who was inexperienced in operating the ATM caused this issue. Mr. Dean requested that the bank to construct a wheelchair ramp at its Titan Street Sinker branch in Morovia to facilitate easy access for PWDs to their finances. He mentioned instances where he had to give his ATM card to strangers because the security guards refused to assist him in accessing the stairs. After officially filing a complaint with the bank, GT Bank constructed a removable ramp. However, according to Mr. Dean, the bank claimed that Morovia City Mayor Jefferson Koji instructed them to remove it, citing revenue generation from parking as the reasons. Despite requesting written documentation to substantiate these claims, the bank has failed to provide any evidence. Mr. Dean contacted Mayor Koji directly to inquire about the allegations. The mayor denied giving such instructions, stating that he supports equal rights for all citizens, including those with special needs. Additionally, Mr. Dean claimed that GT Bank discriminated against him by denying a loan application, despite meeting with the qualification for the loan, including having collaterals. The bank allegedly stated that they do not grant loans to persons with disabilities due to the perceived lower repayment likelihood. All right, so we leave it right there and take more stories. And that's on the front page of the Front Page Africa newspaper. Leaving the UN, Sarah Beslow Nyanti retires from the United Nations after 22 years of service to humanity. And then another top story says, Society of Women Engineers elect new leadership, promises to support and encourage female engineering students to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And we get to the big story on the front page. Court hears motion to admit to bill and motion to change venue in the Chalo Mosul murder case involving former Chief Justice Scott. Government to produce evidence today. Why? It remains uncertain whether the prosecutors possess additional evidence to disclose to the defense. The initial evidence include the police investigation and a recorded conversation where Councillor Scott discusses a robbery at her residence that resulted into the death of Chalo Mosul. And let's run a few lines of that story. Very, very interesting story. I don't know why Gus is complaining about the link. It's been 3 days now. Gus has been complaining.
And I just sent it twice.
Yeah, so I don't know. He needs to check his phone. All right, the government is set to let me get to this. The government is set to commence the presentation of evidence in the murder case against Councillor Gloria Musu Scott, former Chief Justice, and 3 members of her family at Criminal Code A. This development, scheduled for Tuesday, July 4, marks a significant step towards the impending trial. The Ministry of Justice has emphasized the need for a prompt trial, underscoring the substantial evidence amassed by investigators against Councillor Scott and her co-defendants. Why? It remains uncertain whether the prosecutors possess additional evidence to disclose to the defense. The initial evidence include the police investigation and recorded conversation where Councillor Scott discusses a robbery at her residence that resulted into the death of Chalo Mosul. The prosecutor's first batch of evidence, classified as unclassified materials, comprises transcripts of witness testimonies provided during the grand jury hearings at the Criminal Court A, which delve into the alleged murder of Chalo Mosul. Councilor Scott and her co-defendants are yet to be arraigned before Criminal Code A and enter their pleas of either guilty or not guilty. The charges leveled against them include murder, criminal conspiracy, and raising a false alarm to law enforcement officers. The tragic incident occurred on February 22 when Musu, who happened to be the niece of the former Chief Justice, lost her life. Initially, the police stated that an armed attack by a hired domestic worker was responsible for the incident. Despite consistently proclaiming their innocence, Councilor Scott and her co-defendants face an indictment that contradicts their claims. Based on a 4-month investigation by the Liberia National Police, the indictment accuses Scott and her co-defendants of murder, criminal conspiracies, and making false statements to law enforcement, deliberate tampering with evidence, fabricating a false narrative, and displaying a callous disregard for human life. The indictment alleges that Councilor Scott, leveraging her legal expertise and background in criminal justice, created a story to shield herself and her co-defendants from the heinous act of murder after it had been committed. One of the co-defendants, Gertrude Newton, provided a narrative that the police found implausible. It says found implausible according to the indictment. Newton claimed that after the alleged assailant stabbed Musu in the back, she briefly took the knife from the person but failed to prevent further attacks, resulting into multiple stab wounds. The indictment alleges that Charlo Musu suffered a brutal stabbing with 9 wounds inflicted on her chest. Yeah, so it means that the person struck her on the chest 9 times. All right, 9 times. Wow, 9 times. The indictment further reveals that Councilor Scott admitted to law enforcement that the discharge pepper spray on the alleged intruder's face before escaping through a window. However, it disputes her claim of using a window for escape, asserting that she exited through the back door, for which she possessed a key. Furthermore, investigators discovered that Gertrude Newton and another co-defendant, Alice Johnson, returned to the house later that night carrying a concealed plastic bag containing several items, including the murder weapon or evidence of the conspiracy. The indictment claims that the security guard Ty witnessed their departure from the premises with the bag. Based on the available evidence and circumstances, it is apparent that the defendants deliberately altered and concealed the blast wound by the late Charlo Musu during the violent assault before transporting her to the hospital. The indictment alleges. Additionally, they prevented investigators from accessing a locked room in the house, which had been inaccessible for several days due to co-defendant Gertrude Newton's refusal to grant them access. Bloodstains linked to the deceased were discovered in various parts of the room, along with a torn bra believed to belong to the deceased. Wow. The indictment contends that the defendants demonstrated callous disregard for Charlo's life. Instead of promptly taking her to the hospital following the alleged stabbing, they utilized the time to fabricate a false narrative, falsely claiming that they had encountered a man inside the house. During that period, they also took the opportunity to switch the blast wound by the deceased at the time of her stabbing. Nurse Comfort City from Faith Clinic informed investigators that there were no holes or puncture marks on the blast when the deceased was brought to the hospital.
The indictment further alleges that Gertrude Newton, in an effort to fortify their deceitful narrative, intentionally created a delay to allow others to enter the house. She swiftly departed from co-defendant Scott's bathroom and was observed entering a co-defendant witness room, where she instructed security guard Zion Tao to break a window and facilitate their escape. And the people playing the thing to kid again. That's smart. The other story here says court to auction Unity Party leadership properties to settle former headquarters rent arrears over US 100K. Bwaka Rakes arrest. The respondent, Unity Party, is hereby given up to and including 3rd of July. That's today. Oh, today is the 3rd, right? No, today is the 4th. So that's yesterday. Same day being Monday to satisfy the full judgment amount. Failure to comply with this ruling, the sheriff of the court is ordered to arrest the living bodies of the standard bearer of the Unity Party, the chairman of the Unity Party, the secretary general of the Unity Party, without notice to them, and brought forth before this court and show assets of respondent Unity Party to be auctioned by this court to satisfy the judgment amount, or they would be incarcerated at the Monrovia Central Prison pending the satisfaction of said judgment. Judge J. Kennedy Peabody Civil Law Court. Let's take a few lines and then we send controls to Esther. Let's take a few lines. All right. So let's see this story. Unity Party standard bearer Joseph M. Bwaka, along with his officials, including the party's chairman, co-chairman, secretary general, legal counsel, and chair of the steering committee, are at risk of being arrested and incarcerated at the Monrovia Central Prison, having failed to meet the deadline of Monday, July 3, 2022, to pay rents or the Wardula McLean Enterprise Incorporated. The amount in question is US $200,000, and since August 16, 2022, the court has ordered the Unity Party to pay half of this amount, which is $300, that's $137,500 on or before October 31, 2022. The remaining 50% was to be paid on or before December 15, 2022. Failure to fulfill these obligations will result in an execution to satisfy the court's judgment. On February 23, 2021, McLean filed a summary proceeding against the Unity Party chairman and all those in authority to recover possession of the real property on November 23, 2021. The court held the Unity Party liable and ordered the sheriff to evict the Unity Party. Additionally, they were ordered to pay arrears of US $180,000 and an additional of US $20,000 for wrongfully withholding the property. The McLean were then placed in possession of the said property, and the key was turned over to them. The McLean Enterprise then requested a rate of execution for the payment of US $200,000. However, on June 14, 2022, the Unity Party filed a response for a payment stipulation. The petition was heard by Judge Nancy Finda-Sama, who ordered the Unity Party to pay 25% of said amount within a week as of August 16, 2022. However, the Unity Party failed to comply with the mandate. On October 19, 2022, a second ruling was made by Judge Sama, mandating the Unity Party to pay a sum of US $137,500, representing half of the total arrears owed to McLean on or before October 13, 2022. The remaining amount was to be paid on or before December 15, 2022, or else a rate of execution would be issued. Once again, the Unity Party failed to honor the court's mandate. As a result, McLean filed a bill of information on May 3, 2023, informing the court about the Unity Party's refusal to comply on May 19, 2023. A ruling was made stating that all Unity Party officials will be held in contempt if the party failed to pay. However, on June 8, the Unity Party filed an application for a payment stipulation, informing the court that they had paid US $50,000, which represented 25% of the total amount, contrary to the judge's mandate. They requested to pay the balance in 4 equal installments. The court noted that since its October 23, 2022 judgment and the filing of the bill of information, there has been no evidence of the Unity Party making efforts to pay the required 50% by October 31, 2022. Therefore, the court concluded that it would be left with no alternative but to enforce the November 23, 2021 judgment. In his ruling, Judge J. Kennedy Peabody of the 6th Judicial Circuit Court emphasized that the court had previously ordered the Unity Party to pay the full judgment by June 10. Failure to do so will result in the party being held in contempt. Judge Peabody stated that the ruling of May 16, 2023 is still in effect due to the UP's repeated failure to meet its own stipulations. Consequently, the court denied the UP's stipulated request and overruled it. Hence, Judge Peabody gave the Unity Party an additional deadline until July 3 to pay the full amount of arrears owed to McLean. The respondent Unity Party is hereby given up to and including 3rd of July 2023, same day being Monday, to satisfy the full judgment amount. Failure to comply with this ruling, the sheriff of the court is ordered to arrest the living bodies of the standard bearer of the Unity Party, the chairman of the Unity Party, the secretary general of the Unity Party, without notice to them, and brought forth before this court, and show assets of respondent Unity Party to be auctioned by this court to satisfy the judgment amount, or they would be incarcerated at the Monrovia Central Prison pending the satisfaction of said judgment. Judge Peabody ruled. And so far, so good. Those are the stories from the front page of the Front Page Africa. CDC picks McGibbey's legislative candidates for October 10 polls. In the build-up to the October 10 polls, partisans, chapter of the ruling Coalition for Democratic Change, have elected 1 female and 4 male candidates to vie on the party for senator and representative for McGibbey County in the upcoming elections. The CDC primary held over the weekend across the county was aimed to select the party's senatorial and representative candidates for the October 10 legislative and presidential elections across the 5 electoral districts of McGibbey County. Those elected include former Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Nathaniel Fallow McGill, for Senator, incumbent Ava K. Jones and Clarence G. Garr, for Representative of District 2 and District 5, Y. Marie Eva Donner, and Emmanuel Oya for District 1 and District 4, respectively. For Mr. McGill, he emerged as the sole candidate after being elected unopposed by delegates, despite the controversy surrounding his candidacy. The CDC chose to nominate him on its ticket. Initial reports suggested that some party officials were hesitant to accept his nomination. However, it was later confirmed that his nomination had been accepted. During the primary, Mr. Daddy Gibson, chairman of the Magibi branch of the Coalition for Democratic Change, cast a white ballot on behalf of the delegates of the 5 districts, effectively making Mr. Nathaniel F. McGill the only candidate representing the party in the senatorial race for Magibi. For their part, incumbent Representative Advocate Jones and Clarence G. Guy received overwhelming support as they went on to clinch victory unopposed in their respective districts' primaries. At the same time, Mr. Emmanuel Oya emerged winner in the District 4 primary that was initially thought to be competitive after 2 would-be candidates backed out the race shortly before the primary began and instructed their supporters to boycott, citing alleged foul play. Interestingly, the only registered candidate for the CDC primary in Magibi District 3, Leroy C. Dawazi, was reportedly pressured by top party's official to back out just minutes to the kickoff of the primary. Report has suggested that the party decision to draw Mr. Dawazi's candidacy in the district is to allow the CDC to support incumbent Representative Ellen Ato Ray. For Magibi District 1, Marie Eva Donner emerged front runner of the highly anticipated primary after obtaining 245 over her rival, former Magibi Representative Sir Richard Bolly, who received 63. And those are all the stories we can take from the front page Africa. Let's send controls to Esther quickly for the continuation of the dailies.
All right, I have the Heritage newspaper on my desk this morning. Let's look at a few stories here. The bulk of the stories have already been read. President Weah visits the Holy Land and holy sites, offers prayers for Liberia, continued peace and prosperity. On the front page of the Heritage this morning, we see the photograph of an Israeli government representative explaining to President Weah and his entourage about the holy sites in Israel. This is the front page of the Heritage newspaper. Let's look up more stories. No extension in the ongoing candidate nomination. NEC boss again repeats stance. The National Elections Commission has again repeated its stance that there will be no extension in the ongoing candidate nominations. NEC chairperson Devietta Brown Lasana disclosed that the commission has received 90 packages from the 3,225. Completion of this story is on page 5. Let's flip page 5 quickly and bring you some more lines from this story. Page 5 is right here. Let's bring you some more lines. It says packages picked up by the political parties and independent candidates. Madam Brown Lasana said out of the 90 packages, political parties account for 63, while 27 are from independent candidates. The candidate nomination process got underway at the Samuel Kayando Sports Complex in Painesville outside Monrovia on June 14 and will end on July 14, 2023. The month-long candidate nomination process is consistent with NEC electoral guidelines to ensure political aspirants pick up packages to be qualified as candidates for the 2023 October 10 presidential and legislative elections. Meanwhile, the reconciliation of nationwide exhibition data from the provisional voter registration roll is nearing completion at the NEC Data Center. The process, according to the NEC chairperson, is considering all voter registration records being processed during the exhibition period. Madam Brown Lasana said the records represent voters who made claims for the corrections, inclusion, or objection to inclusion, suspected underage registration, and multiple registrations. The NEC boss further disclosed that because of the late arrival of the exhibition data from the Southeast due to a bad roll, the adjustment has been made to release the final registration figure. Well, that's all we can take from that story. Let's look up more stories from the front page of this paper. 8 counties, presidents of NITA benefits motorbikes. Page 4 has the story. You can grab a copy. Sarah Besselo Yanti retires from the UN after 22 years of service to humanity. When they have already but that Tama Corporation School Management Software Solution wins bid to take over University of Liberia digital learning platform. Well, that's good news for them. Let's take some lines from our President. We have visits the Holy Land and Holy Sites are over prayers for Liberia's continuous peace and prosperity. Page 6 has this story. Let's flip to page 6 of this paper quickly and, of course, bring you some lines from this story. President George Weah has Monday, July 3rd, 2023, begin his official working visit to the state of Israel over 12 visits of the Holy Land in Israel. Accompanied by First Lady Madam Clara Mariwia, ministers of government, and some ranking members of the legislature, President Weah and the entourage were led on a guided tour by Israel government representative to the Holy Land in the holy city of Israel. Sites visited were the Western Wall, known also as the Wailing Wall. This wall represents the most religious site in the world for the Jewish people. Located in the old city of Jerusalem, it is the last remaining outer wall of the ancient Jewish temple and an incredibly important site of modern Israel history. He also toured the Church of the Holy Sculpture, also in Jerusalem, Old City, which contains the site of Jesus' crucifixion, burial, and resurrection. It is Christianity's holiest site. The church stands at the end of the Via Dolorosa in a route Jesus believed to have taken on the way to his crucifixion. President Weah and his delegation also visited the Holy Garden of Gethsemane at the foot of the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem, where, according to our full Gospels of the New Testament, Jesus Christ underwent the agony in the garden and was arrested before his crucifixion. It is a place of great renown in Christianity. There are several small olive groves in the church property, all adjacent to each other and identified with biblical Gethsemane. At these various holy sites in Jerusalem, the president offered prayers for peace to reign in Liberia, while also seeking God's divine blessings for a peaceful and successful elections in October this year. Today, President Weah, accompanied by First Lady Clara Mariwia, is to first meet in the morning hours the President of Israel, Isaac Herzog, and wife, Michal Herzog, and later in the afternoon meet with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. At those meetings, the leaders of both countries are to discuss areas of mutual cooperation which includes international peace and security, economic and trade ties, among others. Well, so far that's what we can take from that story. Let's look up more stories on the back page of this paper. In Panther District, Bong County massive turnout as Bong for Weah team gains support for re-election campaign. Panther District in Electoral District 4 witnessed a massive turnout during the visit of the Born for Weah team, further solidifying support for President George Weah's re-election bid in the upcoming national presidential and legislative elections. The enthusiastic response from the citizens demonstrated their commitment to standing with the Bong for Weah campaign and ensuring the president's second term in office. Led by Augustus J. Flomo, chairman of the Bong for Weah 2023 and a native of Lemon Town in Panther District, the team received a warm welcome from the residents. The presence of their hometown hero, who now works closely with President Weah. And of course, more stories for the back page. GSE selected to audit Global Fund projects in Liberia. We'll take some lines from here. The General Auditing Commission has been selected by the Global Fund to audit its projects in Liberia. The selection was contained in a memorandum of understanding signed between the fund and the GSE recently in Monrovia and Geneva, Switzerland. The Global Fund, headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, is an international financing organization designed to accelerate and end off aids to tuberculosis, and malaria. The Global Fund mobilized and invests more than US $4 billion a year to support grants run by local experts in more than 100 countries. In Liberia, the Global Fund has invested millions of United States dollars to support Liberia's health sector in the fight against AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria for many years. Page 5 has the completion of the story. You can grab a copy to read more. Human Rights 75 Women and Girls' Right to Participate in Public and Political Life. Finally, for the back page. This year marks the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the 30th anniversary of the Vienna Declaration and Program of Action. On April 24, 2023, the UN in Liberia officially launched the Human Rights 75 campaign with the national authorities, CSOs, and all stakeholders. Since the launch, a series of activities and awareness raising on the campaign has been ongoing during a series of activities in the country and through ECOWAS, including a radio talk show. For each month in 2023, OCHA globally shines. Completion of the story is right on page 9 of this paper. Let's flip there. Well, it's not on page 9. Let's see, page 10 is also not there. So let's quickly flip to page 8 of this paper and see if we can bring you more of that story. Okay, this is right here on page 6 of this paper. Spotlight on one critical team spanning a range of economic, social, cultural, civil, and political rights, highlighting different aspects of the Universal Declaration and calling for concrete action by states and others. This month's spotlight is on women's political participation, focusing on women and girls with disabilities. OCHA will collaborate with the National Commission on Disability and the National Union of Organizations on the Disabled to host a dialogue with women and girls with disabilities on July 4. While women political participation rates are low overall, women with disabilities are even more underrepresented due to discriminatory norms and attitudes based on gender and disability. This makes people consider them incapable of voting or holding office due to stereotypical characteristics ascribed to women and physical or intellectual disabilities. This contributes to a lack of access to polling stations, inaccessible voting material, and few women political candidates with disabilities. Electoral processes should be inclusive and participatory, and any action to improve women participation in political and public life must include women and girls with disabilities, said UN resident coordinator Christian Lumotunu. And of course, that's where we will have to stop you on that note. The Heritage newspaper and it's sold for $50 Liberian dollars.
Thank you very much, Esther Daco. So let's recap those stories we brought to you from the Front Page Africa and the Heritage newspaper. And we took these top stories for you first from the front page of the Heritage. I'm sorry, that's the Front Page Africa. It's machines in a to people with disabilities. As Samuel Dean, a rights advocate, threatens to take legal action against the government of Liberia and the management of the Guarantee Trust Bank Liberia Limited. Another top story here says, leaving the UN, Sarah Beslow Nyanti retires from the United Nations after 22 years of service to humanity. And another top story, Society of Women Engineers elects new leadership, promises to support and encourage female engineering students to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So we come to the big stories on the front page. Cotier's motion to admit to bill and motion to change venue in the Chalo Moses murder case involving former Chief Justice Card. Government to produce evidence today. Why? It remains uncertain whether the prosecutors possess additional evidence to disclose to the defense. The initial evidence includes the police investigation and a recorded conversation where Councilor Scott discusses a robbery at her residence that resulted into the death of Chalo Musu. And then court to auction Unity Party leadership properties to settle former headquarter rent arrears over US 100K. Waka Rake's arrest. The respondent Unity Party is hereby given up to and including 3rd of July 2023, same day being Monday, to satisfy the full judgment amount. Failure to comply with this ruling, the sheriff of the court, this is the part I want you to listen to. The sheriff of the court is ordered to arrest the living bodies of the standard bearer of the Unity Party, the chairman of the Unity Party, the secretary general of the Unity Party, without notice to them, and brought forth before this court and show assets of respondent Unity Party to be auctioned by this court to satisfy the judgment amount, or they would be incarcerated at the Monrovia Central Prison pending the satisfaction of said judgment. Judge J. Kennedy Peabody. And we took another story from inside the front page Africa about the primaries in Margibi. CDC picks Margibi's legislative candidates for October 10 polls. And that's does it for the front page Africa. We run to the heritage. President Weah visits the Holy Land and holy sites, offer prayers for Liberia's continued peace and prosperity. And it says, as Israelite government representative explaining to President Weah and entourage about some of the holy sites in the Holy Land of Jerusalem. No extension in the ongoing candidate nominations. NEC boss again repeats stance. No extension in the ongoing candidate nominations. NEC boss again repeats stance. And 8 counties presidents of NTAL benefit motorbikes. Sarah Beslow Nyanti retires from the United Nations after 22 years of service to humanity. And Tama Corporation Schools Management Software Solution wins bid to take over University of Liberia digital learning platform. To the back page, in Panta District, Bone County, massive turnout as Bone for Weah team gains support for re-election campaign. Another story says GSE selected to audit global fund projects in Liberia. And then lastly, human rights, 75 women and girls' right to participate in public and political life. Those are all the stories we brought you this morning from the Heritage and the front page Africa newspapers. So we run to the Daily Observer. I'm sorry, that's our break. And let's catch up with our break and be right back.
There are crowds in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Well, it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see a don't keep it. I'm a part of report. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-Omen, Omen Samsaya.
Crime Stopper. bringing safety to your door. Come stopping crime and make a peace for them before. Come stop all Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stop, keeping us safe, let's coming down for all of us. Crime Stop, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stop, stopping crime and make a peace for them before. Crime Stop all Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stop, keeping us safe, let's coming down for all of us.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bourgeois Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512 379, 0777 512 379, or 0777 255 030, or email us Mayoba, MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, going deep and deeper. Put in thought to each.
Let's welcome you back, and we send controls to the USA and hear from our guys there, the team of panelists from Radio LIB. Guys, good morning and welcome.
Good morning. How you doing? This is Gus. Hey, I think I know what it is. My inbox you sent stuff to. Sorry, these people on the golf course are cleaning up this morning. So I think my inbox is full, so I just gotta go in there and do some cleaning up. So
in fact, today you are sounding more better than the last 3 days.
I don't know. I'm outside. I've got a day off. I'm in my backyard, and I don't know. Maybe the reception is good down here. I'm usually driving when I talk to you, so that might be it. So, Doc, when I go ahead, I'll follow suit from you. There you go again. Hold on, man.
Well, I want to take this time to say good morning to Esther, and also good morning to Winda, and God's good morning. I also want to say good morning to the peace-loving people of Mama Nigeria. And I also want to take this time to extend Happy Independence Day to the great United States of America, the country of possibility. And thank God for America that some of us have been given the opportunity to expand our life, to see life from another dimension. So I want to say happy Independence Day to the great people of
Happy
America.
Independence
God
Day
bless
to all
America.
of you guys with the blue book. Happy Independence Day to y'all, the blue book people then.
Y'all finish your send your mobile money number and so I can send your 20 your how do you call your
All
independence.
right, okay, right away. Yeah, so as it relates to
Still got
the
my own.
so as it relates to the story, I want to appreciate you guys for the splendid reading, and I always feel so good to hear Mr. Nimler reading. And, I hope that you are going to go in another direction, like following the politics, and, to see him reading his speech, on the stage. But anyway, now he's a journalist, so he cannot divert. He'll be there on the go calling. But
No,
maybe
right.
maybe Mr. Dina could divert to be someone and PR or one of the ministry.
I know, right?
I mean, now we'll be doing that one, that pro bono thing. We're still doing pro bono in the background.
A consultancy, right? Consultancy.
That ain't
Okay. Yeah, so I'll follow the reading. And firstly, I want to speak to the whole allegations that were against GD Bank. I think it's concerning. There's something that need to be taken into serious consideration. I know Sandy is one of the firebrand disability rights advocates in Nigeria, and I also understand that he'll be contesting the unseat Honorable Gray in the show number 8. And there's a normal thing in Nigeria. It's a normal thing. People with disability are not respected in Nigeria. People take advantage of people with disability. We have all the laws, rectify those rights on disability, rectify in Nigeria. CPRAD, the human rights on disability, and all the laws, rectify. But then people are not ready following those laws. People take advantage of person with disability to treat person with disability in a way that they're not supposed to be. These people, they are part of the society. That's condition. When I was in Nigeria, I used to be part of most of the disability meetings. And one time, they advocate, they call him Wedon Yasia. And he went to the Ministry of Health. And the Minister of Health at that time, Walter Bonogari, he started to talk harshly against disabled people. Then they got challenging. The guy said, we all, one way or the other, along we walk the face of the earth, we can be disabled at any time. We can get involved. Accident, anything can happen to us, and that can lead to disability. And he's challenged Walter Bonogari that day. He said, I challenge you now to take that glasses on your face and read with all these glasses. I challenge you. You cannot take that glasses off your face and read with all that glasses. That's a disability. So as long as you got aspirin, so when you're using a assisted device like glasses, that's a form of disability.
Most especially when you are aging,
Yeah, when you're aging, yes. So disability is a part of human life. It's a part of human life.
So true.
People who are faced with these challenges, more especially those who are in a difficult state with disability, they need to be respected. Look at our offices, government ministries, public offices. You don't have a REM. People with disability cannot even and how you call it, access the area. There's no easy access for them. So it's tough. The country need to be respectful of person with disability. It has been an age-old problem. People don't even want to employ them. People don't even want to dignify them. And those people are human beings. They are Liberians. Other countries, they are doing it. But we should even be talking about allotting seats to disabled people in Liberia to represent. Because it will be almost impossible for any person with disability to contest in a regular election and win seat. It's almost impossible. Pierre Goda did it, he didn't succeed. Other people did it this year. I see some of my other friends that doing it. The team too doing it. One guy calling, he in this before that he want to do it too. These people will try, but it will not work. But Liberia is not different from Kenya. That is in Africa. Kenya, Tanzania, the other country they are lots of Uganda. Even though Uganda was dictatorship form of government, they get allotment for person with disability. Because if you give them a voice, you get an opportunity that voice will be heard. And these people can do anything that anybody can do. It's just that you need to provide them the skills, provide them the means so that they can be able to do things. It's not impossible. So I think the attitude meter against D, it should be thoroughly looked at. And the National Union on Disability, PBE, this thing should meet your attention. This is why the union was funded. The union was funded for you guys to get involved with these things. Not to be whole day celebrating, even though I'm supporting President we are, but PBE, you're always there supporting President we are, celebrating President we are. Instead of her taking her time to focus on her disability people, yes, President we are giving the job. We appreciate it, but you got to put time to your people, represent them well. The union is an advocacy organization to help for disabled people. So you need to be there, engage with these people so that better living condition can be provided for persons with disability. I'm tired sitting on the radio, disabled people calling and begging and begging. You gotta pay the rent, you gotta do this. And in our country, it's not like that. Those people they are in power. And when you empower disabled people, they can do better things, they can be independent, they don't need to depend on nobody. So this story touched me because I know where I'm speaking from, and I hope that something will be done. Let me close with this whole Unity Party thing. I don't think that the Unity Party is a serious political party. This party is a useless party, and this party should not be getting any attention. Can you imagine when you're Esther and Cross? This party held power for 12 years. You don't even have a fitting place. Joseph Walker sits over there as the head. He claimed to be somebody with vision. He can't even rescue his own party. Then you want to rescue Liberia? If there's the kind of people that will take serious in Liberia, then when we say, oh, the man has experience. What experience? You got the experience, but you're not applying the experience in the lower sector. You're not applying. You didn't apply that experience to LPNC. You didn't apply it to Agricultural Ministry. They'll fire you. You didn't apply it to LPRC. They'll fire you. You were a vice president, you didn't apply nothing. We saw corruption, you even admitted of schoonery. They made you chairman of CPP. You didn't apply that experience to bring peace in CPP. CPP got dissolved. Now you are the head of the Unity Party. You couldn't even apply the experience to smoke peace spread with your former senator, the woman who brought you to fruition, the woman who brought you to the public glare. Today you are recognized. You didn't apply that experience. Today you say you get experience, you want to rescue Liberia. You cannot even pay rent. This is look at the challenging the law. You guys are not respecters of the law. Since then, they told you guys to pay. You all want to back in. You refuse to live up to your own part of the agreement. Then you say you want to rescue Liberia. Then you say, George, we are irresponsible, no law and order in Liberia. You're not even respecting the law. We just saw you the other day challenging the government. After the government guy with the space justice for Shalom Musu, we saw you guys from the Unity Party challenging the questioning the law only because you get interest in the former chief justice. This is secondly, and I don't think the Unity Party should be giving any attention. I hope Liberians are listening. These people, they are unserious. It doesn't mean well for Liberia. Thank you, William.
Thank you. Let's go to you, Gus.
Yeah, that one I said it all. We'll say we open the line to folks. Thank you.
Thank you. So true. Dapana said it all. So
Exactly.
so let's gauge the views of our followers and those of you listening. You can call and make a contribution, but before we take calls, Esther will read out the comments on our Facebook Live, and then we'll come and start to take calls. So just get set. These are the numbers for you: 0776 104 104, 086 500 104. And those of you outside Liberia listening and you want to join the conversation, we have the WhatsApp number for you: +231 86 500 104. The numbers. Right after we read out the comments, we'll start to take your calls. So let's send controls to Esther.
We have Vamuya M. Fofana says, good morning. Yankee Johnson says, good morning, Freedom. Good morning, Big Brother and my sister. God bless you all. Juju Warren says, good morning. I'm following live from Johnsonville. Yankee Johnson says, I love Freedom. And of course, Isabella Ferguson says, good morning, Freedom. Darlington Rose says, good morning, watching from New Georgia. Paul Ward says, Paul Siwa watching from Liberia. Stephen Will says, good morning, Freedom family. I'm watching you from St. Paul Bridge, Zuma Town. Felicia's Junior Bar says, I'm following live from District 16. President Josh Weah, one round victory. And of course, Stanley Bossy says, pleasant good morning to Freedom Print News, watching live from the headquarters of the Professional Alliance Group to enhance the re-election of His Excellency Dr. George Maniwea. I am Stanley Bossy following closely. Rebecca K. Sayon says, where is their funny chairman that called himself pastor that was calling President We are wicked man? And we have Otaka Kaun says, I'm watching live from my Propo corner. Josh Dowan says, good morning from my end, watching from the state of Georgia, USA.
Good morning
Thank
to
you
my
very
friend
much
George
for
Dawan.
the
Good
good
morning.
job. And we have George Wuleto says, good morning. I'm watching from Sino County Government Camp. Alex Campbell says, good morning from my end family. Junior Jekpa says, good morning, guys. I'm watching from Minnesota. Thank you guys for the good work. Progress Orita Johnson says, good morning, Freedom Print News family. Famuya M. Fofana says, thank you. And Rockefeller S. Brown says, good morning, Freedom. I am following from my Oru resident Smart Row. And we have Teddy Tier Lion Yankun says, deceitfulness is the simplicity of JNB. And so far, so good. That's all we have from the comment section. Let's send controls back to you, Wendell.
Thank you very much. So you can start to placing your calls on 0776 104 104 086 500 and 104 WhatsApp plus 231 86 500 104. Please take 1 minute. 1 minute is enough. You surpass your 1 minute, you know I will cut you off. So let's take this person. Hello. Good morning. The Walking Encyclopedia.
Yeah.
That's small boy, man. Yeah. Provide make your contribution. Let hear you.
All right. John Quincy Adams once said, I quote,
When a big girl volume when I hearing clear.
Yeah, let me do that. Oh my God. I mistakenly left. My man, you can call back, please. The Walking Encyclopedia. I'm at fault. I mistakenly took you off the line.
The man dropped the encyclopedia.
Please call back and make your contribution. We'll allot you the time. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Yeah. Oh, Wendell. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to my sister in the studio. And my brothers on the other side. I'm Michael East Lomo Senior. Phoning from District 18, New Jersey, Sambo.
Okay, Michael, because of time, I've just been told by my co-host that we should give each caller 50 seconds. So make use of your 50 seconds.
Yeah, I will do it quickly. So let me go quickly. I listen to Tapana. I want to agree with him. I think the team being doomed by Waka is discriminatory. It's not a serious thing. For example, look at the big life. Life for a team, they don't have no guts. They don't have no guts in any mode to go say, man, I'm going to vote for this person. When he lied to the people, when he took money from the people, look at your business, you have birthday party. He said, who birthday party to bake something? Looking for money to go pay somebody for pool party. They went to the old people, they come go to jail, all the kind of thing. I think before they are not ready for state power yet. We can get the state power. So Church we will go for the next time. Thank you for the opportunity, my brother.
Thank you. Let's talk to you. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, we there?
Yeah, how are you?
Hello, boss. Hello, Dr. I say thank you this morning.
Thank you. Thank you, my Helena.
And we there, that Mana said it off. They are the same people like us. So I want for the people to try, the government to try and see reason to take care of those people. I Mana said it off. It could be anybody. On this one here, you will die before you free from this one. Allah.
Mm-hmm.
Eh?
You're right, man.
Yeah. But you keep not serious. You're not serious, mail like that. Who rented scary penny around day and night? That the kind of man they want rescue. Why you can't rescue your own camp and pay your own rent? Why But you can rescue your own camp. And those people get out there in the work there. But they will bear the penalty for it. We know we know the right thing. We know what's going on. Mususka says you're different from it. So it's that's all. I tell you, thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Ma Helena. Let's keep the calls coming in. Let's talk to Ma CC. Ma CC is on this line, and so let me hook her up quickly. Ma CC, good afternoon and welcome to the show, Mama. Ma CC, how are you?
Yes, I tell God thank you this morning. I did a fasting around. But when I'm feeling well, still last week, yeah. Let me say thank you for the show, Mr. Winner. How you doing, Mama?
I'm okay.
Okay, let me say
Every day you complaining, you sick. You better find one man to be helping you over there to do some work.
Okay, you can.
I beg you. Okay, I'll look for one man for you. I'll tell God to find you one man in Chicago. Welcome to the show, Ma CC.
Yeah, thank you. I will therefore have me on your show this evening to look after you. Yeah, as so you put it or let that balance there. The people, they never someone else born with it. And someone keep up and before we get it. So that's why they'll be bluffing with. They put out bluffing with this ability. Then let's see the warrior as for sickness. Then they put the included, in the government so they can help themselves. Then they will start begging. They pay the woman was there for the people. I see people only complain on every day. Like that's the people where that's not for Freedom FM. The person the same issue. She don't see reason and can't down to the people. She do pick and choose. When there's a people there. A person will do pick and choose for her. She will ANC, but person will choose from ANC and mail it for this people. So don't see reason to help the people. She the hair.
Okay.
You didn't force and follow people there. I'm going to say to a third day, woman, no pay the only.
Our need.
The worker issue, they can't rescue anything in my phone with them. That worker go far play is safe down. It's good to register and rescue anything in the country. Go pay your offering. When they show your copa offer and your own offer, then you're mocking the chunkers. Go pay that one. And you can rescue the red people. If you will super, you will not super. Because you're not there walking, she not all doors. So you there ever friend or sitting in your apartment. You say inside you want change it. That's going to come by you laugh, worker, you will not work. Somebody can go worker because he did not business in the country. He can't solve no problem, even in a party. For the confusion, you will not call it together and put things under control. You will jump on that, go in one place. You will break people down and move from there. All for people concerning you see from here and there. Nothing get free to understand it. So worker go say like, yeah, after that. People like that, somebody will come back to come listen to.
Okay, Ma CC. All right, Ma CC. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Ma CC. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Hello, there.
Hey, but I think about these people then when they call the kind of feedback, say, but man, what? Just call what I gonna feedback. Hello, Winter.
Hello, singing song.
Yeah, man.
Load radio.
Let's take this other man on the line. Hello.
Welcome to the show. Go ahead. We are
Kelly,
here.
you call. You need to be fast to talk. We don't have much time yet. Kelly, you there? Oh, I think your phone have a problem. Let's go to that person. Yeah. Let's take that caller.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Yeah. My name is Domoyan Fofana. I'm calling from Conakry, Guinea. Bro, when
yes, sir.
What the people say, yeah, go to with the Librarian. I want to vote for Joe. We have to open our eyes and make sure and run the campaign in our very community, not to get the state power back. You tell me 12 years in power. Now they come back. They move you from there. They carry you. They care. How long now? How many months? You're not able to pay that money. We closer to election. You tell us more get the country for what? I wouldn't want to call my fellow Liberian. We are standing our feet supporting our president, Dr. George Manuel. We are. Yeah, make sure we run the
As in where
campaign.
you Esther.
Very soon,
Vamoya,
we run the
and
campaign.
Vamoya register before you left, oh? And you register?
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
register
I
in
register before
Bapolo? Are you registered in
you know, I
Bapolo?
register in local
Where?
I register in local county.
Or in Lofa County?
I register
Okay.
in local county.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I register in local county, Kolangu district. I'll soon be going back. I only came for a visit after my mother's death. I'll soon be buying the country, but never what we have to now be in the country.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
We run the campaign for George Manuel. We have to become the president of Liberia. We're not having anything.
Thank you.
It's not time for campaign. It's not time to have nothing.
Thank you.
The United Party now mean nothing for all with the Liberian people. Thank you very much for your talk show.
Thank you, Vamoya. Let's talk to this other overseas caller. Hello? Hello?
Hello. Winner, what's up?
I'm fine. Thank you. Your name, sir?
I'm Joseph Tambay. I call from Ohio, Columbus.
Joseph Tama calling from Ohio, Columbus. Let's hear you, sir.
Columbus. Yeah, I think it should be a very big regret to those who are supporting Omer Yuma and the Unity Party.
Hmm?
If they are not heartless, for themselves, they should start thinking right now.
Mm-hmm.
If Wakai, who consider himself the most educated person, most experienced,
Mm-hmm. Go
good
ahead,
decision
sir.
maker,
Mhm.
good decision maker,
Mhm.
man with integrity. If he is being chased around like this, they chasing out of the place. He know his responsibility to pay the rent. He failed. They went to court. Now they are about to arrest him. Even if they don't arrest him, for the fight that the court threatened to arrest him, that should alarm to his supporters that Baga is very, I'm sorry, he's too old for me to use the word, but he's very irresponsible. He's very irresponsible.
Okay.
Such a person cannot be a leader, he cannot be a president of Liberia.
Okay.
So we should be thinking better. People who are responsible for themselves, who take care of themselves, can take care of others. But those who don't take care of themselves cannot take care of other people.
Okay.
Let them start thinking right now. Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Tama. Let's talk to Rebecca Sayer and then we'll come to God's help. Rebecca, good morning or good afternoon from Liberia.
Good morning, good afternoon, Winner.
Welcome to
Good
the show,
morning,
Mom.
guys, and good morning to my CEO.
Up, Rebecca?
Esther, I'm forgetting you, my
You're not best
beautiful.
with me today, huh?
How you doing, though?
We okay, we fine.
I know. Yeah, thank you for the show. I just called in, my people. You know, I don't know where is Luther Tappe, the chairman pastor. I was standing to the prison compound, looking at a sitting president and calling him a wicked man. Where is he? Why did he come out to do something? The people can be talking and that kind of a irresponsible. I don't know what language to use on them this morning. Not to insult them, but that kind of people will come and get our country too. But my frustration is the young ones that fighting beyond those people. Where is Mo Adi? Where did Abi Mo die? They need their whole campaign team. That team over there, they able to put that money together and pay the people. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
We
Rebecca.
here, we are fighting.
Thank you, Rebecca Sayer. Thanks so much for your contribution. Let's keep the calls coming in on 0776 104 104 086. Let's talk to let's see what we can talk to. Kelly, you went up the line. I didn't cut you off. God's help. You are trying to make your point, so I think we have God's back on the line. So, God's, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Wendell. Good afternoon, Esther. Let me say good afternoon to Takwana, Ethan Smith, and Lufa Picking, God's command there in the States. You know, the action or what is happening at the one big party right now is an indication that those who are at the helm of the party are not capable of that Nigeria. Given the fact that over 12 years as steward of the state, those people could not manage to obtain or headquarters of their own to the extent that they had to go in depth. And they are now, asked to pay or serve times in jail. So especially for the paper bearer. Look, we don't, I don't think these things are supposed to be happening. But then they also tell you that when people are given the mental to lead and cannot effectively perform in their role as a leader, then you do not give them another chance, because definitely for a country like Nigeria, as fragile as our situation is.
701, just hold your line. When we're done with Gus, we'll get to you. 701 from the United States. Continue, Gus.
As fragile as our situation is, giving the country to the hands of the self-proclaimed rescuer would be a complete disaster. Let them pay the people money before they start talking about money for position at the level of the presidency. Thank you.
Thank you. Orita Do is also on the line. Let's take you quickly. We're running out of time. So, Orita, you have to be brief. Just greet the folks and make your point.
Good afternoon, India. Good afternoon to our brothers in the diaspora.
Go ahead, Orita. We are listening.
Yeah. We know the thing that our brothers say, that the truth there. We know when you see our disabled, especially the blind, you will really feel for them. So what that man are trying to say, let the government try to put system in place that even if the blind able to be getting something that month, that they will be able to take care of themselves, it will be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because the people that when you see them, you will really feel for the country. We got the black water here. We know when you see the people living condition, you will cry. When you see them, even the bathroom they can go in. They are living place. When you see them, you will feel for them. So I think government really need a process in place for those people.
Okay.
Those people deserve it. Those people, they are our people, not because they find themselves like that. So let people, let government really focus on them.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe we.
So my father-in-law, my former father-in-law, I want Joseph Nima Boakai. I will tell you for free. Joseph Boakai not able to rescue anybody in Liberia, because small community like Chicken Super, we now can't Chicken Super. You able to work for the junction or go in the court. The whole place, you able, your counselor able to pass. There he say he able to rescue us. People are voting. People that he can't say he are getting vote. And the people he able to rescue for 12 years. Now that they call it a boy, he close right now, he can't get it.
Okay, Orita.
The people, they might not vote. That vote.
Thank you. Thank you, Orita. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Orita. Thank you. Let's take another person. We're running out of time. Let's take this overseas caller. Hello?
Yeah, brother. Thanks for taking the call. This is Teddy Lyon. Going to Teddy Lyon Yakon.
It's good having you on the show, Teddy.
Yes, bro. When there are two things touch my heart. About Joseph Boakai issues. The Liberian people should read between the lines. It's issue that's so important to me right now, because Liberian people are expecting guys to do the right thing to deny that old man. But the issue of Charles Musil and the issue of Samuel Dean, my friend, brother, I know he's very well. He's been my friend. Samuel Dean is now a fighter for the disabled. He said he's disabled too. But I want to add my voice to Takwana and the lady who just left the line. This is the reality. The government needs to find solution for our disabled people.
Mm-hmm.
The government needs to do that. Absolutely. I think, when they're, it's important for the real platform to be, handling those things. The disabled people in our society, they've been suffering for so long. And there must be some sort of emergency measure to help them. And Samuel Day himself kind of trying to put himself into politics because he did a long time fighting for the disabled. So that's something that can motivate somebody to want to, get into power in order to enhance their process the best way possible.
Mm-hmm.
So President George Manawea, there are a few things the Liberian people really been yearning for. We need security and things that they catering to our disabled. These are to some of our very elder, senior citizens. These are very important, fighters. We need to pay attention to,
Okay.
to these people. And let me end on Shalom Musu's stuff. Shalom Musu, for each time I look at a girl, a beautiful girl picture on the internet, a lot of things wrong in my mind. A lot of things. President Weah, in his speech, he said, when the need be, he don't mind giving himself for the Liberian people. But this is the time. This is one of the major issues that he needs to work for on behalf of the Liberian people. Sacrifice that. That's it. But, when October, they all caused it on his brother because of the law, because of justice. He allowed his cause of his brother to be hurt. What happened in our house over there? And people try to say, that the other girl was so bad against the other girl. This is that. No. Those people that were in that house, they all were cognizant of what happened. And they also, I just want to end with this. It was complete senior story, like the Tayo story, like witchcraft story. And this particular case, the Liberian people will not sleep on it.
Okay.
Our president, we are your supporting out here. But based on the particular case, the Liberian people will need justice. That little girl, for each time we look at a little girl, deny the little girl left. That's wrong.
Thank
we
you.
don't want that to be happening in our society.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Mr. Teddy Nyakon. Thanks for your contribution. And we'll just read out a few more comments and then we go to our guys to take meaning each and close up. All right. We're not taking any more calls. We're running out of time. So Esther, let's from D. Jagwele Kind Power. It says,
good morning, Freedom Family. I'm watching from San Diego, California. Christopher Bernard says, I'm watching from Dwazon, Walmart, Gibby County. Moses Kapu says, good morning, Freedom. I'm watching from Dubai. December King says, good afternoon, Freedom. Thanks for this program. Liberia will only progress if we accept Liberia as our only country. Charles Gadier says, I am watching from Bannersville. Keep up the good work. Jala Raleigh Johnson says, those guys won't take state power before they pay the money. Action of a group of criminals, always criminal behavior. Far Junior Sam S says, good afternoon. Regular silence follower from Pinsville, Rebecca Sayon again says, I saw a video of some women calling themselves concerned women protesting this morning for justice for Chalo Musu.
all right, so far so good. Those are all the comments, and thanks for liking the post. Thanks for sharing, and let's go to our guys to take a minute each, and then we out of here.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. First of all, I want to say it's always a shame for me. Our country is so bad. Like, we don't even care for one another. I'll be honest. This is what I always say is bad. Okay. In this country we live in, that one I would tell you, it doesn't matter these people care about life to the point where even my sister who gave birth to a kid that was like 3 months old, 3 or 4 months, and this kid was on all kinds of life support. Today, this kid is a thriving young man because I live in a country where they care about human beings, no matter what age or what stage that you are at. They know you can contribute to society, But in our country, even the regular person, we don't even care for them, let alone the disabled. You know, I have a brother that's blind, and same thing. I mean, he's a big CDCN. I mean, I think Wendell, you met him or talked to him a few times. It just it baffles me, man. And this is why I care less about any public official. And that's why anybody that spend their life worrying about what this public official does for you because blah blah blah. I mean, you got to sit back and be ashamed of yourself. These people sit in these powerful positions. They get over 90% of the state resources when the rest of the Liberians don't even have access to peanuts. And they would never even care to pass policies and laws to support those people. But yeah, they want me, Dakbana, Wendell, and all of us that have some kind of a platform to come out here and propagate for them. You will never see me do it. I was never raised like that. Never. If you think when you have opportunity and you cannot help one person, don't count on me. Thank you. You have a great day.
Okay.
Please go and work on your phone.
It's not my phone, it's my email.
Okay, go work on it.
Yeah, now your phone now, the email you're using the
God, you need to upgrade. Here's some money.
It doesn't upgrade his phone.
It's not an upgrade. You see, you got your
My man will make you finish with you. You say you see, oh, we see you too. We'll see you.
God can let jelly on you. But Wendell, I want to say thanks to the callers for calling in and putting the points across. Wendell, there's an executive law passed. I don't know if it was passed during Taylor time or who time, but there's an executive law that each government ministry should employ not less than 10 disabled people in each government ministry agency. That law is not respected. I'm calling on President Weah to asking people to review that law, and there's a need for that law to be implemented to the full. If you employ at least 10 disabled people to each government ministry agency, at least it will help because those people will be empowered, those people will be able to help their families, and then they will also be able to help others. So I hope that that law should be, implemented to the code. And I will do an article. I will issue a statement very soon on what Samuel D said. And also, Unity Party. MPP was in power. Today, MPP has its own headquarters. I think they even rented they leased some part of it to generate money for the party.
Yeah, I know
even
that place.
the CDC, when CDC were in opposition, they said President Weah was broke. They call him organizing, but he maintained a party structure. Today, they're still maintaining that era. So why can the Unity Party, and maintain this? Just to tell you that they have a leader who lacks vision. Even though they claim that he's experienced, but he lacks vision, he's indecisive, he has no pedigree of leadership ability in him. So he needs to be rejected, and then he'll be retired. And I think we need to retire him this time around for good. Thank you, Winner and Esther and Gus. It was good being here.
Thank you very much. And I got some assignment on tomorrow. I'm not too sure I will be here, but just in case if I'm here, then I'm here. So,
Esther.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be running beyond something for Dakbana, and I plan to do that on tomorrow. So if I'm not here, so it means I'm on